here are 4 different aspects to what you're doing when you're trying to grow your use of Enterprise Architect. There's probably more. There's probably some things I haven't thought about. If there are, then please tell me in the chat. But I've used this for quite a while, and it seems to work. So we're splitting it into 4 different things. They're all deliberately verbs because they're doing things. So I'm delivering, I'm engaging, I'm modeling, and I'm harvesting. So we'll keep coming back to them, but I'll give you the quick tour around what I mean by all the different bits. The idea, by the way, was I called model-driven delivery because you've got to give these things a name, and hopefully a 3-letter abbreviation. So MDD is what we call it internally. And it's model-driven delivery. And the key is in the last word. It's about delivering stuff. I still come across lots and lots of modeling teams who are doing great stuff, producing lovely little models that describe some aspect of their business, and you go, oh, great. Who's the consumer of that information? And there's a pause. Well, we've shown it to some people. Well, what did they say? Well, they didn't understand it. Oh, no. Okay, so you're not actually delivering anything at all. You're just having fun modeling. And I'm sure none of the people in this session are people who model for fun, but maybe you know somebody who is. So it's all about delivery. So delivery is the activity that says concentrate on what do you need to produce, and it's got to be a concrete thing. Well, we'll talk about it later. Some concrete, some slightly runny concrete. What do you need to produce, and who do you produce it for? What's actually in those deliverables? So it's not just it's a document. Well, it's a document. What's in the document? So what's the content of it? And then a third aspect of that is what's the mechanism of delivering it? So trying to tease apart here the what and the who from the what's inside it, but only latterly the mechanics for delivering it. And you've got to do all 3. You can't just do one. So that's then giving us a focus to say, this is what we're all here for. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to produce something for somebody to actually accomplish some business goal. The engage part of the process is often forgotten. We're not going to sit in a dark room and model all this stuff. We're going to go out into our businesses and talk to them and encourage them to give their knowledge to us. And that process of engaging with these people may be quite separate from the delivery. The delivery may say it's a document. The engagement may be a workshop which then feeds back some notes to them or feeds back a little diagram or a spreadsheet or a draft document. But that process of engagement is going to be complicated because this is where we have to go back to them in ways that they understand. So not showing them some fantastically intricate Archimate diagram, but showing them something that they can relate to. So there's a skill there, quite different to the delivery skill. Part of what we may have to deliver may involve us using information that we don't actually have and that we shouldn't really be modeling ourselves. So we'll show some examples later on from this project of excuse me, of things that needed to be in the model because the delivery said so, but we didn't have. So we're going to have to harvest some of that data from elsewhere. I'm sure most of you know lots and lots of different funky EA techniques for harvesting information, and we're not going to go through every single one of them, but just through at a kind of business level. Well, why do I care about this? What's the risks of doing this harvesting? Am I pulling in information that's actually not mine? It's mastered somewhere else. And what are the issues going to be around doing that? And finally, the bit that you already think you know how to do, which is modeling. Yay, we go model, we draw diagrams and we create things and we add tag values and we do meta models and stuff like that. So this bit maybe is more familiar to you, but I think I'm going to try and go at it in maybe a way you haven't seen before. And it's about giving this stakeholder, this modeling team, what they wanted, which is quickly and simply, please. I don't want to be modeling this forever. Disappointing, I have to say, that 20 years of experience of EA comes down to 4 boxes, but hey ho, that's just the way it is.